Hi there, welcome to the Happy Chicken Coop YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Indian runner duck breed and everything you need to know if you decide to keep this bird on your premises and how to care for it and stuff like that. Before we get into that, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. That's how we continue to grow our following so we can continue to put out great content for you all. Also be sure to subscribe to our website using the link in the description below, the Happy Chicken Coop. If you subscribe using the link, you'll receive a free ebook on 10 best egg-laying chickens, an in-depth breakdown for each one, how to care for them, their egg-laying capabilities, and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So the Indian runner duck boasts one of the most distinctive body styles in the entire duck world. Members of this breed actually look a lot more like penguins or feathered bowling pins at first glance than either domesticated or wild ducks. Unlike penguins, they do not waddle and actually can run rather quickly. When Indian runner ducks were first imported to the United States, they were often referred to as penguin ducks. Ducks of this breed are raised almost exclusively for their eggs and not their meat production. Like most domesticated duck breeds, the Indian runner duck cannot fly. These intriguing looking ducks live around 8 to 12 years on average when domestically kept. In the wild, Indian runner ducks survive only 2 years. Let's talk about their history. The Indian runner ducks have been known to exist for the last 200 years. Ancient Javan temples images appear to look like the distinctive body style of this duck breed were found. The etchings carved into the stones found in the Indochina temples date back to about 2,000 years ago. Members of this duck breed found their way from their native Indonesian islands to Europe during the 1800s. Duck herding in Indonesia was commonplace in the region, with thousands of Indian runner ducks roaming about the islands. Some of the first locations Indian runner ducks were known to exist include India and Bali. It was not unusual for a single duck herder to keep a flock of 1,000 Indian runners. To move the massive amount of ducks to the market, the keeper would herd them long distances, walking along beside them. During the journey, the Indian runner ducks would find food to forage along the sides of the trail and especially in the rice fields they passed. The clever herders would check diligently along the trail, making sure to check for eggs that could also be sold when reaching the market. Depending on how remote the herders lived, the trip to the market could take up to 6 months. Only the hardiest of the Indian runner duck survived. This type of ancestry may have helped create the durable and disease-resistant breed that keepers still rave upon today. All right, let's go over their physical attributes. These ducks stand distinctly erect like a penguin. The body of an Indian runner duck is cylindrical in shape. This duck's legs are positioned quite further back on the body than all other duck breeds. The shape of their bodies and placement of the legs permit these ducks to actually run and not just waddle quickly. The skulls of the Indian runner ducks are a wedge in shape. Their bills are extremely straight and their eyes are situated high on the head. The tails of the Indian runner ducks are quite more compact than some other common domesticated ducks. Indian runners stand roughly between 20 to 26 inches from tip to their tail to the crown. Mature drakes weigh between 3.5 just to over 5 pounds on average. Adult female Indian runner ducks usually weigh between a little more than 3 pounds to a little more than 4 pounds. Members of this breed come in more colors than any other variety of domesticated duck. The most common colors of Indian runner ducks include chocolate, black, white, blue, light brown, dark brown, and a brownish shade of green. So Indian runner duck meat production, they're considered a light class domesticated duck breed, even though they're on the small size for a traditional meat bird. The flesh to bone ratio is high and the meat is often deemed to be of quality flavor that some think is similar to wild duck. There is usually little fat on an Indian runner duck. A mature hen or drake should possess enough meat to feed 2 people. Now let's go over the egg production. Hens of this breed typically lay 300 to 350 eggs annually on average. The eggs laid by Indian runner duck hens come in shades of white and blue. Duck hens of this breed lay jumbo-sized. Duck hens of this breed lay jumbo-sized eggs that weigh between 2.8 and 3 ounces on average. Hens lay consistently about 4 to 5 years before the quantity declines, but not necessarily the quality of the eggs diminish. Indian runner ducks do not yearn to be in winter, or at least the rain, when breeding like most other breeds. This can be a big plus for the hens due to the less than gentle manner in which drakes mount a hen in a pond, nearly drowning her in the process. Indian runner duck hens rarely ever go broody. However, they are one of the few duck breeds willing to make a nest and actually lay in it. But if you want the ducklings to live once they are hatched, scoop them up quickly and put them in a brooder Hens of this breed rarely develop any maternal instincts and figure their job is complete once the ducklings break out of their eggs. Go over a little bit of their husbandry facts. Unlike Ancona ducks, Indian runners will not prefer to forage close to their duck house or coop. Being kept in just a run is possible, but Indian runner ducks will want a larger space to roam and can be quite vocal about their desires. There are no special dietary or living quarter needs for Indian runner ducks. A clean and dry space to sleep that allows 4 square feet of living space, clean water, and clean bedding, along with standard poultry bird food, will keep these prolific egg layers healthy and happy. Despite their unusual shaped bodies, Indian runner ducks are actually quite graceful swimmers. They enjoy spending at least half their time in the water, slightly more than some domesticated breeds when allowed to free range. This duck breed is one of the most avid foragers. They will provide for the bulk of their diet if allowed free ranging areas and a pond. The favorite foraging foods of the Indian runner ducks include slugs, mosquitoes, and their larvae, snails, grass, wild greens, small fish, and small crustaceans. Indian runner ducks are perhaps one of the most crossbred of domesticated duck breeds thanks to their outstanding and outgoing personalities and beautiful plumage. This breed nearly became extinct in the final years of the 16th century, particularly in Western Europe because they had been crossbred so extensively. A hardy breed, Indian runners are not prone to illness and they don't seem to be impacted by either hot or cold weather in a negative way. Indian runner ducks were used to create both the Buff Orpington and Khaki Campbell breeds, as light class ducks became more popular as the number of factory farms grew across the US. The most common health issue for Indian runner ducks are worms. Worming new juvenile and mature ducks, they should be wormed immediately if the date of that last worming is unknown. Many keepers of this breed worm every 21 days for the first 63 days and then provide wormer again every 6 months unless a visible problem develops sooner. Dusting the head of an Indian runner duck for parasites is also often recommended. I provide homemade medicinal herb balls, which is oregano, honey, thyme, garlic, clove, cinnamon, basil, and sage to all of our livestock on a weekly basis to deter parasites and to boost their immune system. In addition to the weekly treatments, I also mix diatomaceous earth into livestock feed as a natural deworming agent. I personally have not used commercial wormers for any small to large livestock in years, but other homesteaders feel more confident in the health of their animals by using in the recommended dose and timeline. So to summarize, they're prone to being a bit timid and high-strung at first, but when they feel safe and comfortable with their keepers, they can be quite social. Handling the ducks frequently after they hatch can help deter this initial behavior response. But beware, the enthusiastic and easy to panic personality traits of this breed have led ducklings to jumping right out of the incubator as soon as the lid is lifted and a human hand reaches inside. While they are not excitable or loud as guinea fowl, Indian runner ducks have an enhanced panic response that have been known to jump over barriers as high as 3 feet to escape loud noise or either perceived or real danger. Once free from an enclosed space, these ducks will rapidly scramble away just about anything that does not resemble a duck when they're in panic mode. Indian runner ducks are perhaps one of the most fun breeds to just sit and watch when they're free ranging. They scamper about, clowning around and frolicking in the water for hours unless it's time to go back for food. Well, that's gonna do it for us here at the Happy Chicken Coop. If you like this video, if you learned something new, please be sure to share the channel, like the video, and subscribe. That's how we continue to grow our following. And with that, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.